Is it a video? Oh, hello.
Hey everybody, we've waited as long as we can stand it. We're finally going to plant our tomatoes. We save our fish, what's left over from cleaning fish throughout the year. These are actually from our men's retreat fishing trip from church. So we get a whole bunch real fast in one day. We freeze them in gallon Ziplocs and save them up until we are ready to plant. So we pull them out, they're still frozen. We'll bust them apart in chunks, and then we'll show you guys how we bury them underneath the plant.
Are we ready to plant yet? Almost. So this is where we're putting our tomatoes. We've already prepped these beds. Essen is lining it out and staking where they're going to go. We're trying to be efficient with our space, so the beds already have some plants in them, spring plants, and we're going to plant in between what's already there for our tomatoes. So Jason is spacing them out right now
2 foot spacing.
at 2 foot spacing.
I'm marking where they go so we can put our fish in. You can use whole fish if you wanted to, but fish heads basically. The remains of filleted fish. We bury them underneath our tomato plants. They really make for healthy tomato plants. They make for big tomatoes.
Jason likes to use post hole diggers to make a hole that's deep enough to bury the fish and keep it protected from rodents or animals that might dig it up. Once the hole is dug, I'll go in and place a piece of fish down at the bottom of the hole and sprinkle it with the lime. We make sure the fish is buried deep enough so that when we go back through and we plant tomatoes, we're not planting right on top of the fish. With the fish in place, it's time to plant. Well, not quite yet.
We still have all the cherry tomatoes down that row.
Cherry tomatoes.
Yeah.
Aunt Molly's cherry tomatoes? Is that the
No, that's ground cherry.
oh, brown. That's in the survival books, the survival skill book. It has a section of plants.
So we've just sorted out how many of each variety of tomato that we're going to plant while planting indeterminates.
There's 72 of them here, but we only need 44, so we've gone through and figured out which one we're going to plant. And we'll just share the rest.
So we've got the fish in the ground, and now we're spacing out where our tomatoes are going to go. We have designated amounts for each variety, ranging from 2 plants per variety or up to 5. So Jason is spacing them out, and I've got the list and figuring it out. It might sound pretty straightforward, but figuring out where to put each plant in each variety so that they're clumped together and they're easy to pick, and when we pick, we know what variety we're picking, can be a little bit of a challenge, kind of like the pieces of a puzzle, trying to make them fit. And we can't just look at our notes from last year to figure it out because we move where we put our tomatoes every year. Okay, this time for real, plants are going in the ground. Our tomato starts are strong and healthy. They have good stems. We still want to do our best to promote a good root system, so we'll bury the plants very deep. The part of the stem that gets buried underground when we plant will actually start to grow more roots, so that will help the plant be stronger. The last thing to do for now is to water the plants in. Later on, we're going to come back and put up the tomato structures, and we'll show you how we trellis our tomatoes.
To get it back outside the house.